Hi guys, welcome to About That Life.
Badala!
Renson here.
Michelle.
Wangeci.
So guys, I was listening to a sermon by Michael Todd on Inner Circle, the relationship or comparing purpose and how guys should get their purpose, and how relationships either help or destroy that kind of pursuit. And I was thinking it's a very interesting conversation that us guys should have around friendship and how we have been jengwad or sometimes hurt by the people that are hurt. Okay, we want to start from hurt.
Hurt. I've been heartbroken by a friend and it hurt. Wait, the friend. It was more painful than a heartbreak from my lover. Like,
What?
it was so bad.
Ngoja mahali amekuandikia kanisa hapa. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Wow.
And up to date, I've never recovered. Like, it still hurts.
It's still
My experience with friendships is the more you grow, the more you develop and change. And for me personally, I've had people who have drifted from, like, we've just drifted. Si ati tulikosana, we hatukufanyana anything. But my perspectives are different, their perspectives are different, their priorities zika change. And
You're good.
tuko sawa, tukipatana, how you doing, uko fresh, eh? Then I've had friends who've also been here for
You're the ones.
my day ones, yo. Fam.
let me share my experience.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, guys who were in high school with me know what I am saying. I used to be weird in high school.
Oh.
Weird in the sense of
It's not a high school thing. Even now you're weird, but
so I used to
Moving
be
on.
drama. So I used to have a lot of people around me,
Uh-huh.
but I felt that there was no friend. I didn't have a friend, and that thing used to make me very. It was a prayer item to me. I was telling God, "Maze, give me friends," and I thank God because after I moved schools to a different high school, God actually gave me friends who till date we're still
from high school.
yeah, till date we're
Yo.
still together.
Let me see. Imagine I've had really good friendships. Like,
Wow.
honestly, imagine I've never felt the betrayal
Asam
of a
sana.
friend.
You've never?
Yeah, unless I'm about to face it right now.
Ah.
Oh my God.
I live every day in fear. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, the drifting apart issue is that has been a link more relative for me. We can be boys and friends in 2012, and these days I just feel like,
No, just another person.
yeah, it's like, no, this is someone I used to know, and then
No hard feelings.
yeah, no hard feelings. Or like you can see, like my best friend in high school, someone I barely talk to now. You see. Maybe my best friend when I started working somewhere, someone I may not really know. And also like, so I rarely call for my best friend. I think my first and only best friend were in primary school. Think about it like this: we're in a culture where your day ones at the end of the day watakuwa happy kidogo sana. Because not because you are a mean person, it's because you are developing into a different person, and the person you're becoming will cost you friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the person we end up becoming, if you decide to be Christians, do you what? Obviously, says that some people they kind of move out of the inner circle. You see,
Yeah.
if you decide, oh, you know what, me I'm going to join Al Shabaab tomorrow. Like, so you know me, unanitoa kwa hiyo because I'm not about the Al Shabaab lah. But the thing is,
You decide to be
like, you know, as we grow up, friendships become complicated. Like when we were young, it was simple. I like this, you like this. We both like color blue.
Nisaidie
and
na
we hold hands
matope,
for,
nisaidie na matope.
Yeah.
Matope tunayo.
Like, remember, there's a time when you could have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and everything was fine. Then we hit puberty and you're like, wait.
Right? You have a girlfriend.
And suddenly it's weird to be talking with girls.
Even sitting next to a boy was so weird.
Yeah, and then now we are back again on the other side of life and we have girlfriends and boyfriends in our lives. But sometimes those different gender relationships are not very genuine, you see.
Yeah. Like you just to pick it up, like you'd pata someone who's like, yo, you're my BFF. Lakini ukichunguza kwa undani, hiyo F1
Your B.
Sile, you know, like I think in our culture there's this thing where guys I don't want to say fakeness, but there's an over amplification of you know, and that kind of loses value of friendship. Like ni mtu wangu, lakini ndani kwa ndani you don't really mean,
like, you don't even know their last name.
Yeah. And also like question about Christian friendship and non-Christian. What do you think you draw the line as we? What do you think? Would you recommend a Christian friend to have an unchristian be? You know, there's that juju level of friendship, but like in your inner circle, would you have someone who is an unchristian?
Friendships are not just based on, oh, we go to church together, oh,
we relate.
There's a friendship that is like it's pure in its sense. But I think in our inner circle, it's not good to just have non-Christian friends.
Yeah.
Because
at the end of the day, like even like the word, when you look at the word, how the word is, like there's iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
It's not iron sharpening wood.
Yeah.
You guys have to have a certain.
Iron sharpens. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Like there's that level you guys need to be at par, and also like two cannot agree
unless they are working together.
Yeah. So and I
cannot talk together
unless they agree. We need to miss them.
Mesema two cannot agree.
But I did.
And I think when you look at even I don't know, some of the experiences we have like from the Bible of friendship that really worked. I think for me one friendship that I really admire in the Bible is David and his mighty men. You know, the mighty men who are around David, those guys who, like, there's a time David was desiring for water and his boys actually went into enemy territory just to get the guy water because he wanted
thirsty
water.
guy.
That's the kind of
Like, I
friendship.
need friends like that when I'm
Imagine. Every time I think I'm like
enemy territory and get some.
Wait, what are you saying?
Good things. The Chronicles.
Yeah, and also like there are also like friendships that have gone south, like Judas and his people.
Master.
Judas and his people.
You know that guy Jesus, the one everything is all about.
Yeah.
That one.
And also like Jesus had his own inner circle. So I think for me the point I'm trying to say is there's a certain standard that God has for friendships. It's not just everyone to be your friend.
Yeah.
It's not that everyone to not just be your friend but influence certain things in.
I hear you. I was actually talking to one of my friends, and we're talking about how sometimes when God has called you to a certain purpose, there are friends who stick through and there are others who fade away. So even when you talk about how like they are God-oriented friendships, I kind of get that into how even as you move along your purpose and you get to know more about yourself, there are friends that will stick with you and the others that will fall out. The ones that stick with you, you can also, that's probably a sign to show that these ones are God-ordained. They've stuck through with you even in your God-ordained purpose.
But then again, you know, you meet people and some people are not meant to stay.
Yeah, and it's okay.
They could be transitioning you to something else in your life,
and that's one transition is there.
Exactly. And that's all. It doesn't mean every friend you have is meant to stick around all your life.
And it's okay.
And it's okay to have a good friend for some time only.
As we like wrap up and have a conclusion to this matter, what do you think about how can guys become good friends, or how are you guys recommending to our viewers to be good friends?
I think a friendship is just like any relationship you're going to have.
Yes.
Like friendship requires deliberateness. Like you can only vibe for a while. After a while, like you have to find out who their mom is. Like you have to find out what's happening in their lives.
Reach their family.
Yeah, like eventually someone cannot be your really good friend and they're going through a lot of things and you don't know. You see, if you're my friend, if you're a really good friend of mine, and I'm going through something, at least make sure you try and find out what's happening. The same the same goes the other way around. Like if you're my friend and something's happening in your life and I act like everything is fine, then you should do it because you're not kind of a friend I am to you. Yeah. And also, friendship requires vulnerability. You can't, like, it will mean you have to actually share a part of your life with someone. Like, you have to be able to let someone hurt you for them to grow. Like, they need to know stuff about your life. Like, you know, friends, people who can decide if they destroy you today, it's going down. Like, they know stuff about you. So I think that's the close friends you share. Like, someone who you know, like,
let's not go there.
Today they stand there, like, you are finished.
My conclusion will be in two points. The first point is I think it's important for everyone to understand that God made us as social beings. Because I've noticed
but
that.
I'm an introvert.
Exactly. There are guys who are like, I don't want people around me. I don't need. But at the end of the day, there's that craving for relation. You need to relate. So in as much as people have been hurt by friends or not, know that you're a social being and you need Secondly, it's important that in as much as maybe you may not at the time be having really, really good friends who are being good friends to you, but be a good friend to someone.
Yeah.
It's not just receiving good follow-up ministry. Mtu anashinda. Also do follow-up.
Yeah.
Identify that person you'd want to be a good friend, and that's really like a CTA to anyone who's watching and they feel that they don't really have friends around them. Pick one person that you really like and be a good friend to them.
And pick on your strong friend.
Yes.
You see the people who you think are like really strong in your life?
Yeah.
Like you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Like the people who know and ask how they are doing because they're always the ones who do other people's lives. Because that person.
Yeah.
For me, like he said, friendship is a relationship also. So don't be the hard one in the relationship. Like, yeah, don't be the difficult
Don't be the
one.
girl.
Don't be- Relax.
That is not a box you want to open.
Yeah.
So keep an
By
eye.
the way,
Mine is be very intentional. Be very intentional with your friends. Friendships don't just happen. Okay, you might vibe for one, but there's a point where life gets busy and stuff. You need to call them up and be like, yo, what's up? Let's meet up. Let's hang out. Let's do this. And not just in the good and the ice cream and the food and the fries. Even in the bad, the good, the bad, the ugly. And also, when you talked about good friend, Akiv, I've not been a good friend in the past.
I'm not sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
She's not.
Sorry.
Nah, she's just-
I'm sorry.
The camera is there. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, learn to be a good friend. I'm also learning to be a good friend. Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and also comment there. Yeah. See you next time.
See ya!
Yeah.